Are you actually pretty or are you just a woman? I don't know if any other girls watching this has had this same experience, but I am constantly hearing men telling me, oh, I'm so glad I'm not a woman. I don't know what I would do if I woke up one day and I was a girl. And I totally agree with them, because the truth of the matter is that being a woman in this world will always be 10 times more harder than being a man. Since the beginning of time, women have always been seen as just an object for men. Young girls being promised to fully grown men to marry one day, or by the time a girl was like 14 years old, she was already married and had 2 kids. I've talked dozens of times on my channel about how women were always just seen as like the side piece, or just told to stand there and look pretty. So now we have the iconic showgirls that their main job is to just show off their body and look good on camera. And one franchise that really just loves to sexualize women is the WWE. I remember when they had Ava Marie, a wrestler in the women's division, lose her top, or like one of the pieces like came off or something like that, and they made it like a huge spectacle and played off of it, and it was like this whole big thing. And it's sad because this is the norm for society. This is our form of entertainment. Women's clothing pieces coming off and them being exposed. Lately, there's been a huge surge of podcasts being created, and from that came the creation of these weird alpha male type podcasts where their mission is to just disrespect women as much as possible. The main 2 podcasts that come to mind are the Fresh and Fit podcast and the Whatever podcast. Those 2 podcasts generally talk about, gender norms and men versus women, and these men will just, all they do is just talk down on women and judge them just over every single thing.
What would you do if I couldn't cook?
You'd be single.
Can you cook?
That's irrelevant.
No. Can you cook though?
I mean, can you fight? Let's ask pointless questions.
How is it a pointless question? I'm trying to get to know you.
Because that's your job.
What's my job?
To make sandwiches.
Did he actually just say, my job is to make sandwiches?
How am I going to fight off the intruders if you don't make sandwiches? I need sustenance.
They will purposely act condescending towards them and just make them look stupid. And a lot of the women on these podcasts, even though I don't agree with their lifestyles or what they do, they are just given the short end of the stick and they're just sexualized on there. Even if I were to agree with some of the things that these men are saying on the podcast, it doesn't take away from the fact that women, people in general, should just not be treated like that.
Ask everyone to rate themselves on a scale of 1 to 10.
10.
A fat fucking 10.
A fat fucking 10?
I'm just saying what everybody in the comments is gonna say. Be like, oh yeah, she's a fat fucking 10.
Is there a comma somewhere in that statement?
Honestly.
All things Kiko, you're a 10 in delusion.
You don't want me to tell what you are, Brian.
Yeah, pretty girls have the privilege of being stupid.
Okay, I am, but what if I do have a learning disability, so...
Well, then you're stupid. I don't know what to tell you.
That's rude. It's like if someone's dyslexic, it's not nice to call them stupid.
Well, because they have something wrong with them. I have a handicap disability.
I'm deaf.
I have autoimmune disease.
I mean, do y'all want me to get the violin out?
Okay, all right, here we go.
Are we gonna? I don't care if you're retarded, deaf, or stupid. I don't care.
And the fact that they're treating women like this is cruel, evil, and just plain sad. These gym bro alpha type trends that men are creating it's just ballistic and sad. And it's just wild. Like, they want women with a 0 body count. And if she has more than 1, then she's a whore. Meanwhile, a guy can have as many body count numbers as he wants. And he's seen as like, oh, like that's a real man and he still needs to be respected. What world do we live in? They want their cake and eat it too. Now, even though I do think that women or just people in general have the right to decide what they want to do with their lives, do I personally agree with women doing sex work and having OnlyFans and stuff like that? No, because I believe that that's personally just hurting women as a whole. Yet I do understand why women get into that industry. Like I've been saying the entire time, we're sexualized from day one. So it's like women are already seen as an object. Might as well capitalize on that and make some money. You see, women are smart about it. It's just like you're damned either way, right? It's like if you, like, no matter what the outcome is, no matter what women do for work, they're gonna be sexualized. So it's like some women are like, hey, let me just capitalize on my sexualization and make some money from it. Like, I totally understand that. Now, something I pride myself on this channel is just the fact that I keep it real, but I honest to God do my best in trying to keep it real in a respectable and loving manner. And I think that personally for me, I've learned that I'm damned either way because whatever I say, people are always going to disagree with it or find something to say wrong about me. So it's like, might as well just speak my truth and speak from my heart. Do men sexualize women? Of course. Yet a lot of times women instigate and play into the sexualization. Look at the gaming industry. We have the iconic gamer girls. A lot of them are dressed very promiscuous and purposely entertain perverted men on their streaming platform. And something I see a lot of on Twitch is women will just like stand or sit there and just be half naked just talking to the camera, which is just like okay, you do you, I guess. And I can't make a video talking about girls without talking about TikTok, specifically the TikTok traps. This is something that men and women do. I've seen so many women with their cleavage and their titties just hanging out, singing to the camera, trying to look all cute and sexy. I mean, you know, TikTok itself is just a spawning app for girls to show the best versions of themselves, looking pretty for the camera, posing, giggling, and winking. And like I said, you do you. Like, I think we have the right to do whatever we want to do with our own bodies. I'm just stating what people are doing. TikTok is where we get most of our trends in general, and 9 times out of 10 it's regarding women's beauty. Coquette girls, cottagecore, coastal cowgirl, it's always centered around women. For girls, it's always like a competition to see who can be the best good looking and get followers and numbers and all that stuff. This is why the cosmetic industry is almost dominated by women. But the cosmetic industry is so dominated by women because it's like, look at the standards of beauty that we have to follow. For men, it's seen as like a sexy and normal thing for them to have a big nose. But for a woman, hell no. You better have like the tiniest nose as possible. This is why women have the beauty standard of an upturned button little nose. The beauty standard is having big plump sausages on your lips, that being lip filler. Women are just not supposed to age, so what do we use? Botox. We inject it everywhere so we can freeze up our face, our necks, cheeks, eyebrows. We have to have like these big doughy princess-like eyes, like Rapunzel from Tangled has. So we get procedures done to enhance the appearance of our eyeballs. Your eyebrows have to be a certain number away from your eyelids, so we get brow lifts. And all these procedures I'm talking about are literally only just in your face. I haven't even covered the body standards. Society wants like the big, perky, rounded breasts. They want the perfect hourglass figure with the right curves. And society also just expects women just to have the skin texture of a goddess. No pores, no acne, cellulite, nothing, just smooth, silky glass skin. Which I don't understand why people like expect women to be built like this. Like, this isn't build a woman. You can't just walk into a store and build the kind of body you want. Like, we're gonna have flaws, and those flaws should make us who we are. They should make us beautiful. They should add character and value to our bodies. A lot of women, and even me at some point, felt like I have to get this or that done to be beautiful. I have to do this or that so men can love me. Too often I see women showing off their bodies and just degrading themselves for men, or just to do it and then get mad whenever they get called out their name. It's just kind of like a sticky situation because it's like, okay, you want men to not sexualize you, yet you're on OnlyFans making extreme adult content and dressing provocatively. I think that both men and women are at fault here. Like, I can't just like sit here and blame one gender for every single bad thing that's happened to women. A lot of men are disgusting, despicable, nasty, cruel creatures that want to sexualize women, and a lot of women are feeding into it and capitalizing on it. Listen, you can make your money, but at what cost are you willing to pay when it comes to respect and your dignity? Because what we as women do in general affects us all as a whole. How women operate when it comes to their bodies is also a reflection of how society sees other women. So now that brings me to the title of the video: are you pretty or are you just a woman? Do people actually find you attractive, or are you just being sexualized when it comes to your looks? The fact that like this is even a conversation and like a video topic to talk about is just a really good representation of where we are in the world. I think it just perfectly encapsulates what we're going through right now. And it's shameful and it's sad and it's heartbreaking. And it's not gonna get any better. Like, it's just gonna get worse. Like, men will do what they do and women will do what they do. And I think the biggest thing that we can do is just be aware that this is happening and make a choice. I mean, I would love for us women to wear what we wanna wear. I would love for us to, you know, just do and live our lives how we want to and not have any many consequences, but that's just not how life is. We have to play by the rule book. But I really do think that men just in general just don't understand how hard it is to be a woman. End of story. If you enjoyed this video, leave a comment down below, like this video, and of course I will be back next week for my next video. Hope to see you guys there. Bye.